Ryan Dunn. Why do you think his death really hit home with you?
I mean, I think it hit all of us. I don't know that it hit me, like more than any of the other guys, but yeah, he was just an alcoholic, man. And that was like one of the last things he said to me. I remember because we did, the last time I saw Dunn before he died, we taped this show with Guy Fieri, Minute to Win It. And, it's to raise money for charity, and you do these, like, little challenges. And they involve, like, dexterity and, like, balancing, like, dice on or, like, whatever, like, little things. Mm-hmm. And Dunn, like, had the shakes, He, like, in the rehearsal, and, like, before we taped the show, like, he had to go, have a couple drinks. He even said, I'm like, dude, like, what the f***? And he's like, dude, I just gotta not shake, like I'm an alcoholic. So that being the last time I saw him, and spoke to him, and then the next time, like I hear he died.
How'd you find out?
Oh God, it was my phone rang at like 5 or 6 in the morning, and I woke up and it was someone from TMZ asking for a comment about Ryan Dunn's death, which sucks, I mean, I can't fault that person because they had my number. It was their job to, to do that. It was, I'm not mad at them, for that, but I was at the time. I thought that was pretty disgusting.
What was your reaction?
If I'm completely honest, I was like a selfish one. Was like, like that means like what are we gonna do now? How are we gonna turn around? Like it was considerably less than a year since we'd had the huge success with Jackass 3D. I think that if I'm honest, my first thought was like, went and died on us, man. Like that us. And that's like pretty pathetic and sad that, that's my first thing, but I remember it was, and the rest is it's just sad, man, it's just really sad.
How'd you cope with it?
I think death in general, like, I can kind of handle it without like, falling apart. I think, like my mom, that was like super difficult. And my mom suffered, because in 1998, my mom had an aneurysm and, like her brain bleeding, and she survived it, which is, I think, rather rare, but she survived it with terrible mental and physical disability. And on top of that, she got bed sores, which is like the worst thing that I think can happen to a person, just about. And she survived for 5 years in total pain, and like just cried in pain a lot of the time, like really. And like to hear my mom like crying like so much, and just the suffering, it traumatized me in such a terrible way. And like, with the idea of a higher power and God, like, I mean, I'd really hated any idea of a God that could allow that to happen to my mom, But since I got sober, and with, like this sort of pursuit of, spirituality, and kind of thinking about like, what's it all about? Like that's kind of the thing. And I just view it like as, there's this saying, we're all eyes in the same head. Like all of creation is an exercise in God experiencing itself. So like viewed it that way, it's not like God was over here and allowed that to happen to my mom, who was over here, and they were separate. Like, no, like mom was, just like we all are, an exercise in experience for God. And so they're very much together and very much the same. And so that like kind of really helps me with that. So I don't know, I think I've just kind of come to terms with that a little bit better. Like I don't think of, I think of Ryan Dunn passing, and I think it's like, it's really sad. You know, that really, if you ask me, there's really, I don't think anybody that would disagree that he died of alcoholism, you know? And you don't have to do that. Like, I've learned that, you know, that there's a solution. So it's sad, and I miss him, and I know all of my buddies miss him.